in.
Hello and welcome. We are going to be jumping right into the first round. I was waiting for another member to join, and they started the game on me. So I'm a touch behind. Let's get you switched over. Oh yeah. Oh, my computer doesn't like that. Wow, why was it not like this earlier when I was playing the other thing? Okay. There we go. Now we're kind of doing something. I cannot hear the game. Chandler, do you hear it? Oh, there's some game sounds. We've got Chandler Sullivan in the co-caster seat. We're following Ring Monster through the West Shops onto Kiat. Ring Monster gonna get right up on it. Street Villain not paying attention. Dawnstar not paying attention. Judge Drad making the rotate, not rotating far enough. And that's a cap. That is a cap by Ring Monster right away. It also looks like they did not reset to a 6-minute timer. I believe that was only 5. I'm not sure, actually. We'll find out when we come back in, because, like I said, I was a little late getting into that one. So let's get scores. Let's put 2 points up for the home team. Let's get you guys swapped over to the scoreboard. This is going to be RicosRoughnecks against Proteus. Proteus will be home. RicosRoughnecks will be the visitor. And I need to get Bazaar up there real quick. Give me just a quick second here. We'll get that revealed. I know the suspense is killing you all. Bazaar is our first map. Ring Monster with an aggressive push through the west courtyard. Chandler, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of Bazaar, Ring just coming out, balls blazing, from the west side, just walks in there like it's nobody's business and caps on 5 people. That was 5 men up. Nobody died until after the cap, and it was Ring Monster.
And I'm not positive, but was there even a round fired? Were there any shots before Ring died?
No, nobody saw him.
Yeah. Okay. I need to bring up my OBS stats and see how much trouble my computer is having with this. Where did that go? That's on the wrong screen. Ooh. It looks like I might be dropping some frames. I'm still down at like 1 or 2%, so we'll keep things going. I've got Chandler monitoring the stream, which looks like we're still in the preview. We haven't caught up with us yet, but if it is looking too bad on your all's end, we'll stop and just do a local recording and throw it up to YouTube later. Oh, Foggy in the chat. Sorry, Foggy, I missed that. What else?
I'm sure you heard the beeps of the round start.
So, let's... No, not Alt-Tab. Yes, there we go. Enter. What's going on? We're just waiting for our last player to ready up, and we'll be going into our second round here on Bazaar.
See if Proteus leaves their defense as open as the Toughnecks did, or Roughnecks.
RicosRoughnecks.
Who's Rico? And why has he got a rough neck? Why do they all have rough necks?
There's some beeps bringing us back in, so let me get back to thing. Let's swap you. OBS does not like running those extra medias. That screen wipe there, it does like no. Okay. So, we have a southeast spawn for RicosRoughnecks. We've got Drudge Drad, Gator Killer, and Dawnstar pushing up into the east. Looks like a smoke coming out from Dawnstar into the market. Judge Drad checking out that East Street. They're gonna run into Pounds and put some shots onto Pounds. Doesn't look like they connected. Dawnstar. Wait, didn't two of them come into the market? Judge Drad gets picks on to Make It Great. I guess. And shots onto Pounds. Oh, I see what happened. Gator Killer went to the east, and I didn't see that. That's why Henzi going down to Gator Killer.
This is huge. Look at this momentum shift.
Yeah, it's 5-on-1. Just Ring Monster left. Let's jump in with Ring Monster, see what he's seeing. And Kiat is notoriously one of the hardest to defend in general, made more so by being the last defender up. As Ring does go down, I didn't see who got that kill. Chandler, did you happen to notice that? It probably wasn't on the screen because we were in first person. Let's get. Whoa. Why isn't? Come on, game. Oh, because there we go. I had hit escape and hid the UI. That's why we didn't see it. So let's come back over.
Like Boom.
We'll get a point on the board for Rico's Roughnecks. Let me check my scoreboard. That is right. Let's swap you over there. So it's now 2-1 on Bazaar. That was another super fast round. Just 1 minute and 15 seconds long. Rico's Roughnecks getting a lot of good shots. Chandler, did you see anything interesting? Anything worth shouting out? Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
they're jumping back in already. Let's get back over to the gameplay. This time we're gonna have a split street OBJ and a northeast spawn for Proteus. Let's hop in with Proteus, see what they're seeing. Make It Great with the shield. Guess they are not playing VRML rules. Actually, now that I say that, I think Proteus might still be in the VRML postseason.
Yep.
Chandler Sullivan, you might know something about that.
I do. They are in the postseason, and I'm going to check right now. They're going to be going up against Latin Forest this coming week. That match is going to be coming in tomorrow at 8 p.m.
All right. We got a couple quick picks going out, and it is quickly 4-3 in Rico's Roughnecks' favor. Pounds pushing across in the south, Midge there on Main Street by Blue Room. Who is our third remaining Proteus? Protean? I'm not sure. Pounds getting down by Clumsy. There's Henzi coming around. Henzi's probably got a good idea on Clumsy as Dawnstar takes down Make It Great over by Blue Room, leaving just Henzi on Proteus. Let's ride along with Henzi. Putting shots in through the wall of the shack there, hoping to take out Clumsy. I do think that flash connected. The flash from Clumsy on Henzi. But Henzi's gonna be patient and get the pick onto Clumsy as they rotate out.
With a bare M16.
And poking their head up the south wall, gonna go down to Street Villain. Good pick, Street Villain, giving a second point to Rico's Roughnecks. Let's get that on the board.
Momentum shift. Wow. Momentum shift like nobody's business.
Yeah, a really good job to Rico's Roughnecks. You know, it's tough anytime you get a cap that early in the game. Or anytime you get a cap that early in a map, it's tough to rebound from that and stay on top of things. But Rico, they put 2 points back. They said, take that for your momentum. We're here to fight. When we come back in, we will still be on the split street. Rico's Roughnecks gonna have their offensive round, gonna get a chance to put more points on the board. Chandler, you think we're gonna see a cap?
I don't know. This is a really defendable objective. Just seeing by what Rico's been doing, they've been really out it for the pickoffs. So I think they might just be going for the kills for this round.
They certainly appear to have some solid shooters. They're making a lot of connections so far.
Man, we got a whole lot of people up in
All
this chat.
right.
Peas.
Let's go back to the gameplay. We're coming back in with Rico's. They have, let's jump in with them at spawn. They have an east spawn. Northeast spawn for Rico's Roughnecks.
I'm breaking off with Clumsy.
Got three
Man,
pushing
listen to their
down
comms.
the east.
They want to get that map takeover.
3 pushing down the east, 2 pushing across the north. You're going to be running into Ring Monster, and it looks like somebody down by Split Street in the OBAJ room. Pounds on a rotate. Make It Great gets Judge Drad. Pounds on a rotate goes down to Gator Killer. Pounds
They
was
ran
very
through each
aggressively pushing out there. I think Gator Killer probably heard them well in advance. Street Villain also down here in the south.
Gator going for the revive. And he got it.
Bring us to a 5v4 in Rico's favor. That is, I think, the 3rd round in a row now they've had the numbers advantage. As Street Villain goes down to Make It Great, while Ring Monster and Judge Drad traded out over here. Ring Monster is just downed, as well as Street Villain. We've got Clumsy and Dawnstar coming in from the west. Street Villain does get finished off in the south by Make It Great. We do have one more Rico's coming in from the southeast. That is, I think, Gator Kill, maybe? Yes, that is Gator Kill. They are at the Split Street. Let's check in with them. Sounds like they're trading shots. Dawnstar gets Make It Great. Gator Kill gets Enzy. It's now a 3-2 swing in Rico's favor. I guess that wasn't a swing. They were still in favor. Let's jump out of Rico and fly around. We've got Clumsy, Rumsy, and Dawnstar pushing up from the west. Rambo and Gator Kill are going to trade out. Rambo just down, able to make callouts. As Clumsy, Rumsy in the smoke capping. Ramzo yelling numbers. That flash might have hit. I'm not sure, but regardless, Clumsy wasn't able to get the cap. Dawnstar does. Oh wait, hold on. Shift backspace. Let's get that. Let's get that,
Wow.
and then let's do an Alt VX. Get that one up on screen.
That was huge.
Yeah, excellent job. Ring, way to get back and prevent the cap, and then a good refrag from... You know, now that it's been this long, I'm not sure who was the last one up on Rico's Raider, but all the same, nicely done for them to get that... Wait. Let's go, why am I not...
Well, all in
Sorry,
all,
I'm
that's
on the
3
wrong
uncontested points
screen.
after that fast cap.
X. Go, it's 3-2, the score's right.
I forgot about it, but we might
Problem
want to
is
put on
probably
lasers.
I'm gonna stop the replays and see if that helps. You said lasers, and I don't think I have lasers on, so let's do that. Thank you, Fog Cabin.
Yeah, thanks, Fog.
Let's jump in with Rambo is coming in to the East Market. It is a Northwest OBJ. We've got... Oh, and now I don't have player names? What? Is that V? There we go. Oh, it's because I used the OBS hotkey while I was still in... Sorry, you don't need to hear caster stuff. Ring Monster and Pounds pushing into the West Market from the south. Hinsey up in Kiat. Rambo following in behind Ring Monster and Pounds. There is a fifth Proteus somewhere. We'll find them later. Pounds getting the shots on Judge Drad in the West Market. Got a pretty...
Taking note, Roughnecks is attacking this with 4 people. They're defending with 4 players.
Yeah, I guess we had a drop. Maybe Dawnstar... Whoa! Camera, catch up. Dawnstar gets Ring. Pounds gets Dawnstar. Rambo gets Street Villain. Pounds gets to confirm on Dawnstar as Rambo gets Clumsy Wumsy. That was a really fast last few seconds there.
And Hensey shot himself.
Like you do. So, that will tie us at 3-3 for the map.
Wow.
Coming into a round 7 decider. Always love round 7 deciders. We'll be coming back.
Looks like Roughnecks got their 5th in.
Yes, it does look like the 5th was able to rejoin. Chandler, did we have lasers that round? I hit L at the beginning, but I totally forgot to check.
Yep, all came up.
Excellent. Let's get back around to the other side of the map. We'll be closer to the Marsoc spawn when we come back in. For the 7th round, let's swap you back
Which
over.
is right now.
Oh, that's why. Okay, let's jump in with RicosRoughnecks. They are attacking from the southeast for all the marbles.
Down player.
Oh, they got a reset. You still got 7 seconds. Still got 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, and they missed it.
They're pushing.
For everyone at home, just so you know, on your watch at the beginning of the round is a little circle right above the numbers. While that circle is there, you can still round reset even if it's not in the 15-second pre-timer.
Yeah, that's one that I had to learn the hard way.
Market.
Dawnstar going down. Drad gets the revive.
Rambo's got a good haul out for both of them, but he doesn't know it's 2 of them.
Got a 5v2 as both of our members of Ricos are staying close together, coming across the Kiat, front of Kiat, towards West Market. Dawnstar gonna go take a peek up at the Dark Stair. There are, looks like 2 Proteus in that courtyard. Rambo and Pounds both looking in as Make It Great is in the West Shops. Rambo taking down Judge Drad up there on the stairs with the C4. And that was a full kill, wasn't it? Hinsey,
It sure was.
over here in the north, is going to get the shots onto... Is that Dawnstar? Judge Drad. Whoever was left, they're dead now. Giving the map to Proteus. A little bit of a sour win with the mistaken round reset, I guess we'll call it, with the boofed round reset. But a good map from both teams in general. In general, that was a very tight map. It was excellent for us to watch. Thank you for both teams. Good play.
It's a fun fact. I was actually able to get into the match on my PC.
Uh-oh. Trouble in Paradise, y'all. Chandler, just so you know, I'm using cameras 1 through 4 as saves. And it looks like we'll be moving to quarantine. For
we
map
aren't running
2.
the same scripts, so actually our cameras aren't going to interject with each other.
Say that again?
We're not running the same script, so our cameras aren't going to interject.
That doesn't make sense to me. I thought there were 10 cameras and we could share them.
Unless I'm wrong. Last time I tried to cast with Pig, he was like, "Oh, we need to be running a similar script for that to work." I was like, "Okay." I mean, if you want to set some cameras, I'll see what I can. If it works, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that is not my understanding of how it works. Let me get this thing up. Get map 2 quarantine up on the board. We're gonna have Rico's Roughnecks on Marsoc and Proteus on Volk with a North Semi OBJ to start. Chandler, I am going to, let's see, 1. If I just do 1, it takes me northeast behind the motel. Is that what camera 1 is for you as well?
Let's see. Control 1. Yeah, it doesn't take me anywhere.
You did control 1, that means you recorded the camera 1. If you just hit 1, it replays the camera. If you hit control, it will save. So, since you just overwrote 1, let's do 2. 2 for me is southeast at the 3-story looking up at North Motel.
Nope, not for me.
What's 2 for you? And did you import saved cameras?
Oh, no.
Okay. Anyways, I'm going to record camera 2 looking, it's looking at uplink from the east. Can you jump to camera 2?
I didn't import. Oh yeah.
And it's looking at you're okay. So yeah, we are sharing cameras. We totally are.
Okay, cool.
It's okay though, because I haven't recorded any. But those were the beeps, so let's jump back in. Like I said, we've got a North Semi OBJ. Rico's Roughnecks on Marsoc are gonna spawn south behind Hospital. All 5 pushing out to the west here. That's down, not up. There we go. Breaking off into a 3v2 is an early shot going out at someone by AC. I don't know if that was really a recommendable shot.
Well, at least it was a suppressed sniper, so they might have a chance of being a little concealed.
Yeah. And it may have been a misfire. They may not have intended to take that shot. We do have Pounds, it looks like, trained in near Dawnstar by the fuselage. Oh, but Pounds is gonna go down. Wait, no. Pounds just dropped. He didn't go down. Nope. He moved right when those shots came out, and so I thought he got downed, but the thing didn't pop up. Dawnstar pushing out in front. Actually, Clumsy, I guess, would be the furthest up in... Where is Clumsy? In Impact. That's the name of that building.
Yeah, he's moving to Impact, 2nd story, so I think he's going to try to get a wraparound. Maybe get on top of the building, actually, to get a nice POV. But if you look at what Rambo's doing, he's getting a wraparound. Some people call post office, some people call bank. But he's getting a really far east wraparound on this team, so this might be a little dangerous.
Let's go check in with Rambo. The last time I saw Rambo play Quarantine, I did see him make a pretty gnarly flank and shoot a couple guys in the back as well. So flash coming out from Pounds. Or maybe a frag. Yeah, it was a frag, not a flash. Second one was a flash. Make It Great gets Dawnstar over here in the west. Bringing us to a 4v5 in Proteus's favor. We've got 2 pushing up through the west alley, 2 still back at center burning, although Street Villain will go down to Rambo. Back at center burning.
Gator Killer. Hold him tight. Let's see what he does. And he gets
Gator Killer downs Rambo. Nice. And gets the confirm with the M16.
We are looking at a 4v3.
4v2. Pounds on an aggressive flank will get... I believe that was Drad. The name already disappeared. Clumsy Rumsy up here on the top. and Gator Killer down in front of the fuselage. Got Make It Great up on AC. Pound still making a flank in the west. But no, I was going to say I think Clumsy knows, but no, Clumsy's not watching. Clumsy with a good shot onto Make It Great. Using that bolty. Waiting for Pounds to punch out.
Pounds.
Oh, but Pounds does get it. Nice pick for Pounds. Let's ride along with Gator Killer, the last Marsoc alive.
Look at that rotation. Gator was center burning, last we knew.
Yeah, they were burning and then ran out through the fuselage.
Wow.
I'm not sure when that was. Gator Killer taking shots onto Ring Monster, but going down to Pounds, coming Pounds up there on impact.
He was making a lot of progress right there.
He sure was. Let's get that up. Let me jump over here. This is map 2, 1 point to Proteus. All right. So Chandler, what did you see that round? Anything interesting? Anything worth remarking on?
Take a look at the stats right now. Gator Killer with the 2-1. He was more the sneaky boy for this round. One thing that I did note is our Roughnecks actually took a lot different approach than they did with Bazaar. And so they're showing a lot different sense of a play style than what they were doing with Bazaar. It's like Bazaar, you kept hearing one of the players say, oh, rush, 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 get on top of it. But now, if you notice, Rainbow was able to get all around them.
What on earth? How did that get changed? I'm sorry, the score for the first map was 4-3. How did that get changed? Whatever, doesn't matter.
And here we go.
Score for the second map is 1-0. We will be jumping back in just a second. There were the beeps. Let me swap us back over. Jump into onward, get rid of that scoreboard. And then once my computer stops lagging, yeah, this might be my last cast for a little while. Let's jump in with Rambo.
Let's see if these Roughnecks decide to split up as much as they have been lately.
Alright, we've got Rambo, Ring Monster, and Hinsey coming through the south into Hospital. Make It Great, and the other person going up in the east. Who is over there?
Check this out. Gator Killer. Going for the same thing Rambo is doing. He's being a little whirly.
Gator Killer. Oh man, I'm having some trouble over here. Gator Killer, I can't. Yeah, my computer doesn't like quarantine. Sorry, y'all at home. Ring Monster picks up Judge Drad. Where was that? That was in the southwest. Clumsy Rumsey again with the bolty. Sounds like gonna knock Pounds, but they get a revive.
If you want to stop streaming your screen to Discord.
Yeah, let's try that.
Man, Clumsy is added with this bolty, huh? You know, but a good move by
sorry for that quick pause. Dawnstar gets Ring Monster. Rambo gets Dawnstar. Both of those were downs and then confirms. That's always interesting when the game splits things up like that. We are at a 4v3 in Proteus's favor.
I like how objective Rambo. Not gonna push it.
Where?
He's gonna lie.
There's
and
Hinsey
wait.
back in the fuselage. Gator Killer taking out Pounds.
Alright, sure, to the left. One behind
It's all evened out. 3-3. Look at this, Rambo.
Street
Southeast
Villain
side.
looking for Make It Great. Oh, and a team down. Gator Killer knocks Clumsy Rumsey and gets refragged by Rambo. Oh, hate to see that. It is now a 1.5v3 in Proteus's favor. Rambo goes down on the aggressive push in. Street Villain rotating out, making sure they can't get capped on. We've got Make It Great out in the east. Hinsey pushing up from Impact. Street Villain does know Make It Great's over in that area, and they appear to be entirely unconcerned with Hinsey. I don't know if they don't know Hinsey's there, if they don't have a kill count, or if they know that there's not much they can do anyway. Doesn't matter. Make It Great gonna get the pick. Nicely done to Make It Great. Let's get another point on the board for Proteus, taking us to 2-0 here on map 2. Let's swap you over to that. Hey, that actually looks right this time.
Rambo picking up the pieces, figuring his life out. Look at this. 3 and 2. 2 kills that last round.
So when we come back in, it's going to be the east side of Tank Building, that east courtyard, OBJ. Chandler, what are your thoughts? Is this a Volk favored objective? Is this a Marsoc favored? Is it a pretty even? Where do you come down on that?
You know, I think when I think about pros on this objective, it really all depends on how who plays it. I think the Volk do have a good advantage, just because there are a lot of dark places for them to hide, a lot of places for them just to sort of listen. But then the Marsoc are given the advantage on this stairway here. I don't know if you're near it or whatnot, but that stairway right on the objective.
I'm watching that stairway, exactly.
Yeah, right on that south side. If they get up on there, they've got a nice wall. If they've got anything far west and north from there covered. But let's see how Proteus defends this.
There are the beeps. I keep hitting my Windows key instead of my Alt key because I am a Mac user primarily, and that is where the command button is. I just can't stop talking about castery bullcrap that you guys don't need to care about. Anyways, here we go into the third round on Quarantine. Rico's Roughnecks is splitting into a 3-1. 4-1. I can't count. We got Clumsy Rumsey. I bet they've got a sniper. Branching off by themselves as the other 4 are pushing into the south towards Hospital. Looks like we've got
north.
2 Proteus up there by Motel. Maybe 1 in Motel and 1 looking behind it. I can't tell exactly from this distance. We've got Make It Great in the Sarlacc pit in the center. Dawnstar going up into Hospital stairs. Judge Dredd and... what is that? Gator and Street Villain all crossing South Street. South Split Street. Hinsey gonna go down to Gator Killer. Make It Great gets the shots out of the Sarlacc pit onto Street Villain. Taking us to a 4v3 as Gator Killer's gonna take shots onto Rambo. I'm not sure Rambo was, but he was somewhere that way. It's a 4v3. Where is Pounds? Pounds. Make It Great goes down to Clumsy Rumsey with that bolty again. Pounds is very far away from objective. We've got, I think it's just Ring Monster here, rotating back to the East 2 story. Still got 4 up for Rico's Roughnecks as Gator Killer. It makes their way into the Southeast 3 story. We've got Judge Dredd by the flipped Humvee in the Southeast. Excuse me, still 1 of Rico's on the Hospital stair, and it looks like Clumsy Rumsey is making their way in the north towards AC roof with that sniper rifle.
Ring's in a really good spot.
Yeah, this is a good last man up for this OBJ. although you mentioned that line to the stairs, I feel like where Ring is, and maybe let's take a peek. Maybe it's because I don't know the position well enough.
In the north.
Oh, he does have Pound still. I thought Ring was the last one. I was gonna say I was a little worried about the approach from containers up to that cap spot on the stairs that you mentioned before the round, as Pounds does get boltied out of impact by Clumsy Rumsy. Gator Killer and Ring Monster going to be hearing each other.
Ring behind you. Oh.
And Ring Monster goes down to Gator Monster. Nicely done, Gator.
Gator Killer.
Getting Gator... Yeah, I'm terrible with names. Putting their first point up on the board for Rico's Roughnecks here in the second map. And let's get that swapped over. All right.
While we're at it, Bob, hotkeys for your map points.
Thank you. Everything's still looking good in the stream. Nobody is talking to me specifically, so I don't need to pay attention to it. Chandler, thank you for managing that. Let's jump back into the game. This will be our fourth round here on Quarantine. Proteus will be on the Marsoc heading for this East Tank Building OBJ.
So check this out. Looking at the stats, Gator Killer, obviously running around, gunning, killing. Then Clumsy, running with that bolt action every round. He's got the second most kills and tied with our highest Proteus members. That's crazy.
I'm very impressed with Clumsy's ability with that bolty, because it's not just the ability to make a clean shot. You know, the bolty, you've got to pick your spots. You've got to know you're going to hit the shot. You've got to hit the shot. And you've got to be in a place where you can't get refragged while you're reloading. And so, serious tip of the hat to anyone who's able to put up real numbers with the bolty. With that being said, we do have 5 Proteus pushing through the north. Make it great up on AC roof. Pounds down in AC courtyards. Luke sounds like Ring Monster shooting that smoke onto OBJ. Onto those stairs. Rambo throwing out another smoke as Rambo, Hinsey, and Ring are collapsing from the north. Rambo taking out Clumsy Rumsy. Was he in Moto? I did not see that. Streak though, and getting picks onto Hinsey and knocking Rambo. Two big picks.
Judge is in a non-movable smoke.
That is trouble. Oh, Ring Monster he's in there. Judge Drad doesn't hear him. Judge Drad rotates out just in time. Oh, as Gator Killer also gets the pick onto Make It Great. I think Make It Great was still back at AC roof, leaving just Pounds up for the Marsoc because Rambo is downed over there behind containers.
Roughnecks also had another drop.
Oh, that's no good. You hate drops. Pounds gets Judge Drad there on OBJ.
Rambo's giving a lot of good callouts over here.
He is in position for that. You know, you don't ever want one of your guys to go down, but if they do, you want them to be where they can see.
Yep, every time. There it is.
But Rico's going to pick up that 1v1 with the shots onto Pounds, tying us up at a 2v2, 2-2-2, too many twos, here on Quarantine. Oh, I didn't do the kill board. I tried to do the kill board before I swapped the camera. Oh well. We've got a pretty even spread from both teams. I'm sorry, Chandler, I totally talked over you right there.
No, I'm just saying Gator Killer picked up another 2. He's really putting them to work.
Yes, he is.
Coming back in.
Dawnstar did drop once, if not, or I should say left. I don't know if they dropped, but that's why their numbers are zeros. They have done some damage themselves. let's see. When we come back in, we're gonna be on the other side of tank building. This is something I don't know that they need to change, but I kind of wish they would change. Is when you have multiple objectives at the same location, I wish you couldn't get them back to back like this. But we're gonna have Rico's Roughnecks taking the lead on Marsoc here in round 5, going to the west tank courtyard. OBJ. Got Judge Drad, Clumsy, and Dawnstar making a push in the south. 2 other Ricos going north. That's going to be Street Villain and Gator Killer, making their way up through the west alley behind Impact. Oh, I just realized I didn't put on streamer mode on my Discord. Fortunately, it was a text message I got, so it's not going to beep anyway. Dawnstar, and I think that was Make It Great trading shots as Ring Monster gets a pick on Judge Drad downstairs in Hotel. Lots of callouts going back and forth from both of them as Pounds does get the shots onto Street Villain. Who is that? Gator Killer putting some shots back towards Pounds. It is a 5v3 for Proteus. Oh, you said Dawnstar and Ring Monster? Oh, Clumsy Rumsy getting the pick. Pounds and Gator trading out here in the north. It is now a 3v2. Although both of Proteus's players are just downed. As Rambo gets the picks onto Clumsy Rumsy, let's catch up with them.
Rambo's going to go for this revive on Pounds in the north. Wow.
They do still have
fireball.
2 on OBJ. I think that's a reasonable push. It would be a different story if they were trying to get Ring Monster here underneath Dawnstar. Who is the last Marsoc? I missed that.
I will straight up throw my primary down if I hear you call out your team right now.
Dawnstar and Ring Monster having a little chat.
You call out to your team first.
Primary down first, and I will fight you fair. I'm down here. Let's fight fair. Throw your primary down.
Ring and Dawnstar having some dialogue here.
I think we're making agreement to either have a pistol fight or maybe a knife fight. I'm not sure, but either way, I'm excited. Let's jump out and see what's going on down there.
He really just threw his gun off the roof. Did you see that?
He did. He did. This I'm stuck on the roof.
What is happening?
There we go. Yeah. And shoots Make It Great with his M9. Wow.
In the face. In the face.
Did not see that coming. And now Dawnstar has to carefully rotate back to Ring so that Proteus doesn't get the pick before they can have their fair fight. I think Rambo might be spoiling the fun. Yes, he does. Rambo, we're gonna have words later. There it is. You see, you can see the, well, now you can't, it derezzed. But there was an M249 next to a partially dead Ring Monster. Alright, let's get another point on the board for Proteus. That is this hotkey. And then let's switch to the scoreboard. It is now 3-2 in Proteus's favor.
Like I said, it all depends on how you run these objectives.
I'm on the wrong... That's the right window. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Wait, what? No.
One thing we're noticing from the Proteus defense is that they keep going for these, sending one around for this long pickoff. Rambo especially been doing that, and then Pounds has done it the last 2. So I think that's one thing that our Roughnecks can really pick up on when they really sit back and review this.
Yeah. Good catch. I had kind of noticed, but hadn't really noticed that. Like, my brain had seen that it was happening, but I hadn't realized that it was so consistent. Because they have, I think, every round here on Quarantine, like you said, they've had someone out on a long flank.
And it's obviously been doing them good. So, I mean, why stop if they're not catching on to it? And I think that's one thing Roughnecks, if I can just say it to you, start paying attention to their tendencies. They're really catching you on it, not figuring that out.
It's something that we've talked a bit about in previous casts. Chandler wasn't there, so we may not have been the right word. But the need for adaptability and to pay attention, you know, a lot of teams, especially teams that have been around for a little bit, they do have a little bit of a research element. They, even if it's not like proper like field review or anything like that, you know people in the league, you know who has tendencies. But just because you know someone's patterns doesn't mean they're going to stick to them. And so when you find yourself deep in a map, you know, and things aren't working, you've got to be able to adapt and recognize when the other team isn't doing what you're expecting. And with that, we do get the beep, so let's jump back in. We are still on a West Tank Courtyard OBJ.
You want to turn it on?
Let's run over here and catch up with that's backwards. Catch up with Proteus in the southwest spawn. Got Rambo and Henzi pushing up towards Impact, Midge, Ring Monster, and Pounds coming across through Center Burning. Gator Killer pushing out in the south, Ring Monster calling him out. Judge Drad, oh, nice grenade into the Sarlacc pit. If anyone been down there, they'd be dead. Judge Drad out in that northeast corner, very meta spot. Oh, Gator Killer got the pick on Pounds. I thought that was going to be Drad.
Gator Killer picking up his 8th kill of the night.
Wow, that frag on Tank would have had Street Villain if they'd been on the other side. They are fortunate. As Dawnstar gets the pick on to make it great. Henzi gets Drad. Drad gets Henzi.
Wow.
Henzi, I think, was there at Center Burning. Rambo gets Clumsy. Clumsy gets Rambo, and Street Villain gets the final kill on Ring Monster. That was not slow, but the rate definitely went through the roof there at the end. That was a little nuts. That brings us to a tie score, 3-3 again. Love to see it. Here on Quarantine.
Let's see if Roughnecks can even it out here.
Yeah, we're coming in for another round 7 decider. 2 maps in a row. Good for the viewers, hard on the players. When we come back in, it's going to be Hospital OBJ. This one, I kind of feel like this one is like, it's like old Kiat, you know, on Kiat back before they connected the upstairs. It was just impossible to defend because if you were on one side upstairs and the guy goes up to the other side upstairs, there's no way to get to him inside in time. And now we have a similar situation where you'll be playing here inside the hospital stair to make sure no one can come in and get that inside cap. Your outside guy will go down and there's no way to rotate out in time. So all of that was a really long way of saying I do not like defending of this objective and I love attacking on it. And there's the beeps.
Here we go. Round 7. Decider. Right here. Right now.
And Rico's Roughnecks gonna get a northwest spawn out here behind Impact.
Ooh, they got the almost quick spawn.
Yeah, I think there's one more spawn in the south, isn't there?
I
A little
think
closer.
so.
Yeah, a little closer to gas station.
That's Pounds gracing us with singing.
All right, we're getting kind of a 3-2 split here. It's kind of a 1-1-1-2. Judge Drad and Dawnstar about to encounter Pounds and Rambo here in the southwest. This building in between hospital and gas station, which has the OBJ. Not this round, obviously. Dawnstar taking out Pounds, but where Pounds and Rambo are, what would you call? What's your call out for this building? Rambo goes down with the Molotov. Look at the pretty fire. It's now
It looks
a
like a penis.
5v3. It does kind of look like a dick and balls. That was not intentional. Or maybe it was. I don't know. I didn't do it intentionally. Don't report me to Twitch. Ooh. Ring Monster taking down Judge Drad. I'm not even sure. I think they were over here somewhere. Yep, there's their body. Still got 3 over here by gas station with 1 flanker in the north at... That's Clumsy Rumsey over there by Impact. It is a 4v3.
It's a tough spot. He doesn't have a good line here.
In Marsok's favor. Ring Monster. I like the spot Ring Monster's on in this little nook outside the courtyard. That's a good amount of coverage.
That's a spot I've seen Tempo use quite a bit. I think that's where I learned it from.
We got Henzy southeast of that little split street intersection, and Midge back in the south warehouse. We're into the poke and prod time. Everyone had their initial contact, and we weren't able to kill everyone, so now it's the be cautious and don't sacrifice yourself unnecessarily period. People are going to be taking things a little more slowly, trying to poke and prod, figure out where people are, try and find a good line to get where you're going, or get a kill. Ring Monster rotating back out from OBJ. Clumsy Rumsey.
Getting the wraparound.
Yeah, Clumsy Rumsey coming out on the east side of AC. I think they might have a sight onto Ring Monster pretty soon. If Ring isn't careful, they could be in trouble. And as I say that, Ring starts kind of paying a little attention north, but then keeps focusing back over to gas station. Clumsy Rumsey gonna bypass the AC roof. My camera gonna lag out a little bit. Sorry. I heard a shot. I heard a bolty.
That shot. That would have been huge.
Ring Monster now up in center burning, gonna go down to Gator Killer.
Staying off, but
it is now a 2.5v4. We've got those 3 guys still out here taking their time in gas station. I don't know if they're waiting for Clumsy Rumsey to get to a certain place in the rotation or what, but I will be honest, I did not expect them to be spending so much time here at the gas station. Maybe they just need snacks for the road trip. That's always possible. I imagine one of them said they didn't need to go to the bathroom, and then it turns out they really did. I know that always happens on road trips too.
Wow. Street Villain made the cross. Gator Killer keeps calling out for these refrags. This is huge. This push in hospital. Wow. This is going great. They must realize.
Make it great going down to Gator Killer with just Henzy up. I think at this time, this is where you just go and die. Yeah, you gotta die fast and make sure they can't get that inside cap right where Street Villain's going to.
Even if they got it.
That's a win for Roughnecks. They win the second map. That's exciting.
Wow.
1-1 now.
1-1.
Map 3 so much more important than it was. It's gonna matter.
Abandoned. Dude, look at this Gator Killer. 10-3. Wow. That's insane. Abandoned. Abandoned day for map 3. Let's get that up. Wow. 2 large maps. That's huge. Literally.
Yeah, I'm kind of wish they'd gone to cargo, if I'm honest. Get abandoned up there on the scoreboard. When we come back in, we will have a south building. I think I've heard people call that the crack building because of the crack in the wall on the west side. But we'll have a south building OBJ. We're going to have a Marsok from Proteus and RicosRoughnecks on Volk.
There we go. Proteus readied up, ready to rock. Look at that. Oh,
So Chandler,
change
with the
two
South
names of that.
OBJ, is there anything we should be looking for? Any particular benefits to the Marsoc approaches? Any particular things that we should be watching from our Volk? Give us a rundown.
So the South's objective has a very kind of game-changing spawn, actually. If you get that South spawn right in the southeast, it all depends on how you decide to approach it, whether you try to rush them back or if you decide to try to wait them out. That's always the tough but fun part to watch. The other part is you get respawns up in the north, whether it be west, center, north, or east behind the apartments. And that's where it's one of those objectives where you want to look for as many picks as you possibly can. And actually, one of the most underrated pushes that I've noticed become more and more used is coming up through the center instead of wrapping around the back of the building.
I would agree. I have been seeing that center in play a lot more. I know that I am often just... I want to stick to the outside of the map as much as possible. I want to have a wall behind me so that people can't sneak up and shoot me in the butt. So I personally, I hate going through the center, especially in the south. I feel like the center in the south is more open than the approach to the helicopter. But you're right. It is, people are finding new ways to use it. So hopefully we'll see something innovative tonight.
So like one of the big things that we have is, let's see, on the east side by the beach. I'm not sure what people are calling this anymore. Where the objective is. I'm trying to think. Like the pump station. Is that what people call it?
We'll go with that.
So a lot of people have been using these cargo containers facing the south to get those picks off, which I think is actually pretty darn useful.
Not really sure what's going on in the tent. We're just waiting for everyone to ready up. We will be jumping into Abandoned shortly.
What cameras are you on?
So
1 and 3?
I didn't reset any right now. I'm just I mostly just jump to people and fly around them, so it'll be fine. So let's while we have a moment though, let's think a little bit about what we've seen from Proteus and Ricos. You know, we saw Proteus come out very aggressive in the opening of Bazaar, and that aggression served them well, but as we went through Bazaar, Ricos was able to adapt and counter them very well. They weren't able to pick up the win for the map, but they were able to get 3 points on the board. And then would you say that in Quarantine, was aggression one of the deciding factors? Did both teams... Oh, nope, there we go. We're getting the beeps. We'll come back to it. Let's jump into the gameplay. I'm still in the tent. So let's get... There we are, out in here. And then we will jump to Proteus on offense. Got Proteus spawning here just north of the 3-story in the west. Ring Monster heading up to 3-story. Pounds and Midge Pounds and Midge making their way through the middle towards Tank Factory. Rambo and Henzy on a north push. I think they're going to wind up going behind the apartments in the east. What were you saying there, Chandler?
Street villain, check the quick spawn. People know about it. They know it's huge.
Gator Killer takes down Pounds. Make it great. Gets the refrag onto Gator Killer. Pounds, I think, was there kind of by silos. Ring Monster out in front, almost to the south building already. Ring Monster trying to repeat his success from Bizarre, I think. Got Judge Drad just inside that door in the OBJ room. Dawnstar upstairs. Clumsy Rumsey is over next to the tank path, watching out for the west approach. Ring Monster gonna get Judge Drad peeking through the front door. That's a big pick because now someone needs to rotate back inside to watch the cap. And it appears Clumsy Rumsey is making a rotate. And are coming back in. I feel... Where's the third member of Rico? I've got two in the south building. Ah, there's Street Villain out in front of the south building. Street Villain and Make It Great, I think, might be tussling soon. Make It Great gonna get the pick onto Street Villain. It's a 4v2 in Proteus's favor. 4v3 as Rambo gets Dawnstar. Clumsy Rumsey also got Dawnstar. And Make It Great in with the tablet out. Make It Great is capping. Nope. Yes, Make It Great gets the cap. Clumsy Rumsey gets the bolty kill to finish it off. Just a second too late.
Two of them.
Good push by Proteus.
Clumsy. Clumsy, clumsy, clumsy. Those skills don't count.
Alright, so 2 points up on the board on Abandon for Proteus. This is perhaps a distinction without a difference, but maybe it is. I would say that was a fast round, but not an aggressive round. Does that make sense? Like,
I mean,
Ring Monster pushed out very fast. Oh, they're already going back in. Ring Monster pushed out very fast, but it's not like he was challenging meta spots or anything. He just wasn't encountering resistance, you know? So I don't know if that push would have gone the same way had Rico's had a different layout, I guess is what I'm saying. Anyways, we will maybe circle back to that in the post-game. We'll probably forget about it with all of the action still to come as Rico's gets a northeast spawn behind the apartments. We got Dawnstar in the south apartment. Drad and Clumsy there at the blue shack. Blue 10 shack. That's what I call it. The 10 shack. Gator Killer and Street Villain pushing. Clumsy getting Make It Great. Ring Monster getting Gator Killer, Street Villain, and wait, did Ring get 2 there? No. Yes! Ring got 2. Nicely done. Rambo gets the revive onto Make It Great. Clumsy Rumsey did get a down with that bolty. I'm sorry, what was that, Chandler?
Clumsy thought he killed Make It Great, so this is going to be interesting to watch. Because Clumsy's just running in.
It is a little difficult to get a bolty down. You don't see that every day.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Rushing up the center. They don't even know.
Now the next question is Clumsy with their bolty going to be prepared to make the entrance by themselves onto objective? If you are going to make an aggressive... I'm sorry, say that again. You go?
I was like, you better hope that Rambo's not looking when he comes in, because Rambo's got that door covered.
Yeah. Well, what I was getting into was this was an impressive push from Clumsy Rumsey. They navigated that very well, but their team, the entirety of their team, is half a map away. So now they're basically just here twiddling their thumbs at risk of getting flanked by Pounds.
Wow.
Flash coming out, and he does pick up Pounds. Wow.
Oh my god.
Clumsy Rumsey. I really thought Pounds was going to win that one. Well, that's what we get for shaming him for pushing up without the support of his team. He shows us. 2.5 minutes remaining, halfway through the round. We've got the other two members of Rico's Roughnecks back at pipes in the center of the map. Smoke comes out onto Clumsy. Was that Clumsy smoke, or did Midge throw that out at them?
That was Clumsy, getting away.
Okay.
Look at that, using the ridge. Oh, there's a floating ridge right there.
Looks like there's enough to walk on there. It's not like walking down the railing on Subway. I'll allow it. But good map knowledge. Not everyone would know about that ledge. Map knowledge, I don't say it enough. It's something we could probably talk about more, is the value of map knowledge. While I am not a bad Onward player, I am not one of the best, and one of the things that confuses people and fools them into thinking I'm better than I am is that map knowledge. I know spots better than your average guy. And it gives you an advantage. It gives you an advantage. It allows you to set your lines differently. And it allows you to make pushes like Clumsy Rumsy had earlier, as they do go down to make it great, or like Ring Monster had it earlier, as Judge Drad will go down to Rambo, giving Proteus a 3-0 lead here on Abandoned.
Well, we know Proteus likes Abandoned a little bit.
I do not like Abandoned. I don't dislike Abandoned the way I used to, but I feel like it's too in between. It's not really a long map unless you're in one or two spots, and it's not really a short map unless you're in one or two spots. I can never decide if I want a hollow or a scope. It's just awkward.
Look at this. Clumsy. Top fragging with a bolt feet. Still. Oh.
That's crazy.
Crazy. That's crazy. Oh, wow. This is nuts.
So when we come back in, it is going to be the apartment objective, the center apartment OBJ, which means it's going to be a south spawn for the Marsoc. This one was one of my favorite OBJs for a little while. Again, going back to that map knowledge, when you are here in the Marsoc spawn up on this little hill, there's a line all the way down to the door on center apartment. So if any Volk rushes straight out of spawn to take control on objective, you can get that kill. And for a little while, it was just like fish in a barrel because not everyone knew about it. But now they do, and usually are ready for it. There are the beeps, so let's jump back in.
You got cameras 5, 7, and 8 for this one.
5, 7, and 8. Where are 5, 7, and 8? Let's see, 5, 7, 8. Okay, thank you. So, we have got Marsoc pushing out. We've got 4 of them pushing down through the middle. Henzy gonna be pushing over to the East Valley.
That would have been a great nade. That would have been awesome. Up, here we go.
Rambo throws one of the worst smokes ever. I'm gonna make fun of you a little bit there, Rambo, because that's normally me who does that, and I'm just glad someone else gets to feel my pain.
Wow.
203 coming out, gonna be right on OBJ. Make it great getting Judge Drad. All kinds of smoke here in the south. Street Villain over by Tank, gonna take out Pounds. Yes. Someone needs, the PKM needs to start lighting up that smoke because Proteus could definitely have gotten in there. Ring Monster gonna take out Street Villain. Clumsy Ranger rotating back. We've got a 3v4 as Proteus is trying to get in before the smoke wears out. Ring Monster goes down to Clumsy Ranger, still using the bolty. Didn't need the confirm, but he gets it. Rambo gonna get the pick onto Clumsy, rotating around. Rambo going down for the cap, gonna die. Hinsey gets the refrag onto Gator. And Dawnstar gets the kill on Midge. I think Midge or Hinsey had a team kill in there somewhere. I'm not positive.
No.
Things got a little spicy there, and I thought I saw a blue-on-blue crime. But let's get a point up for Rico's Roughnecks here on Abandoned.
Proteus, you cap-hungry fiends. Still out.
Well, they had the 3-0 lead. They had a 3-0 lead on what is arguably a Marsoc-favored objective. I think I might have sacrificed a round to a cap attempt on that too.
I think one thing I'd say is like play your game sense, right? You've got 3-0 on them. Just go for the picks. Especially with all that smoke, you've definitely got them scrambling. And an M203 smoke for that matter, because they can't move it.
Yeah, that 203, I think it might have been Ring Monster who shot it. I know it was Ring who shot a 203 earlier. Anyways, the 203 was beautifully placed. That was a really, really good shot.
Yeah, that was really good. Their smokes were really good, except for the one from Rambo. Yes, I'm saying that. Go ahead.
In his defense, that did look like a tracking issue. Just the way it completely misdirected. But there are the beeps, so let's jump back in. And we will jump in with Rico's Roughnecks here in the south.
It's a skill issue. Rambo's got a skill issue.
Rambo, that's Chandler saying it. Chandler's the one front streeting it. So we've got Clumsy Rumsies immediately running into the south building. Dawnstar is looking at that angle I was mentioning before the Proteus Marsoc round. My computer is lagging a little bit, but I'm trying to catch up with Gator Killer, Street Villain, and Drad pushing out. Just in case anyone at home is watching, that is 100% my connection, though that is not players teleporting, that's me.
Look at this. Right on pipes.
We got Rambo throwing a C4 over. Rambo gonna get the picks onto Judge Drad. I don't think that C4 is gonna come into play. Yeah, everyone was already past the C4. Gator Killer coming around.
Close.
Is Gator Killer or Street Villain gonna encounter first? Gator Killer! As Street Villain gets the... Where was Ring Monster?
Did you see that?
Oh, Ring Monster.
Smart. That was smart.
What was that? What? Tell me, what are you calling out as smart?
Street Villain going towards Ring, some baiting shots, and then Gator getting that smack onto Rambo. Ooh, nasty.
Gotcha. Good 1-2 punch from those two.
Oh, Hensley slashed. Now they know where Hensley's at. Make it great on the wraparound.
Hensley could be in trouble from Clumsy Rumsey. Yep.
Man, Clumsy is all about these downs with the Boltsy, huh?
He's making connections. More power to him. It is still a 3.5 for Proteus as they trade Ring Monster for Hensley. But somewhere in there, we did get a pick onto one of Rico's, as it's now a 2v4, 2v3.5. Ring Monster getting the pick on Dawnstar as I was talking. Street Villain downing Towns. That's the third down for Rico's Roughnecks in this round. That is tough. It's tough when you're not finishing your kills. Street Villain gonna finish Ring Monster. Make It Great gets Clumsy in the south apartment. It is a 3v1, 2.5v1. Street Villain there in tank building. Let's ride along with Street Villain, see how they play the end. And Make It Great gonna get that pick. And that is Another point for Proteus. Let's get that on the board. Get swapped over. That's 4 points on Abandon. That's a map win. And a scrim win for Proteus. And they jumping into a quick cargo. I think we're going to have a cargo, as you so often do at the end of a scrim. Everybody loves to just cut loose and have a cargo. So we're going to get a fourth map that's like free baseball.
After Hours sure does.
But that was the three maps that count. Not that any of them count because it's a scrim, but the three maps that count were really exciting. Proteus did run away with Abandon a little bit, but it wasn't like a total dominance thing or anything. It was still good to watch. As we got some beeps and we're going in, so let me get jump back over. Let's get into the map. There we go. Chandler, could you fix me some team names, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. We've got RicosRoughnecks on Marsoc. Judge Drad and Dawnstar pushing into Diamond. Clumsy over by the dark corner. Clumsy, I think, still with the bolty. That is commitment. Rambo taking shots out of Yellow Room. Dawnstar getting a pick onto Pounds. Dawnstar killing Make It Great. Make It Great trading with Dawnstar as Ring Monster gets a pick onto somebody in the back. I think that was Street Villain in the back there. It is a 2v4.5. Really strong showing from RicosRoughnecks here in the first 45 seconds on cargo.
Mm-hmm.
Pinsy gonna take down Dawnstar as Gator Killer gets the revive on Street Villain. Still a 4v2, now a 4v1 as Judge Drad gets Hinsey over here on the right side. There's probably a better call out for that. Leaving just Rambo on Volk. Let's see what Rambo sees. This is a good last one up spot. My only concern with this is Rambo's taken a bunch of shots out of this room already, so Roughnecks have got to know he's there. Although, that being said, Rambo, I imagine, isn't really worried about winning. He's kind of just worried about not getting capped on at this point. And Clumsy not making the push. I wonder if Clumsy also was connected with that flash. I really thought Clumsy would have refragged Rambo there. Oh! Rambo getting the shots onto Clumsy. Judge Drad over there. Rambo saw... Not sure if Rambo saw Drad or Street Villain, but he saw someone over there behind Uplink. Gonna get the pick. Was that pre-fire? I think that was pre-fire. But regardless, good hold as Street Villain does get the final pick. That was an impressive in-game from Rambo all the same.
Rambo almost got a 4-1 clutch. Do you see that? But anyway, Rambo with that close 4-1 clutch. Honestly, Rambo, that's off to you. You were scaring me. You move around a lot. You tried to get a drop shot on me. I saw that. And then here we go. Round number 2. Starting right where the lickety split here.
Yeah, I didn't even get to go fix the scoreboard. I think we might not have the scoreboard for cargo. I didn't have a spot for map 4 anyway.
If you take a listen on Proteus' side, they're doing a lot of utility swapping. They want this cap. Smokes and flashes, I hear it.
And Proteus, looks like they dropped a person in between rounds. I'm only seeing 4 bodies on the map, even though it's showing 5 up in the UI. Rambo going down. Make It Great getting Clumsy Rumsy. Dawnstar getting Ringo. Midge getting a confirm onto Clumsy. A Street Fighter gets the Street Villain gets the refrag onto Midge. Leaving just Pounds in the back. What a nade! Pounds nading Gator back here somewhere. Oh, that was lovely. And then Dawnstar and Pounds do trade out. Giving Rico the second point.
Henzi didn't get in the round.
Ah, Henzi just didn't load in.
He just didn't want to party. It's fine. Let's see how it is. It's not very often I hop into a scrim and fly around Henzi. This is an honor. I'm just kidding.
And they're right back to it. Got another Marsoc round for Rico's Roughnecks.
Dread, it took me a long
This time we've got the in front of the red container, all the way in the north.
What's going on with Henzi?
Henzi not in again?
No, he's not.
I wonder if Henzi left but didn't leave, you know? They did the thing where they take their headset off. Dawnstar gets Dawnstar and Ring Monster gonna trade. Streetville and gets the confirm onto Ring. Midge gets the refrag onto Streetville and Pounds gets Clumsy Rumsey.
Yeah, they let Pounds right in there.
Yeah, Drad's in a bad spot with Pounds and Midge on either side. That is not a tasty sandwich. Midge gonna get the kill.
There we go.
Gator Killer with an aggressive push up here on the left. Narrowly missing Midge, but Pounds is gonna get that pick, giving Proteus their first point here on Cargo.
There we go. 2-1. Come on, Fog. What do you think about the end of quarantine?
And we're back into it.
I'm 6 minutes ahead.
Yeah, I haven't been looking. Oh man, Foggy's been talking. I'm sorry, Foggy. This is my first stream. I haven't been looking at the chat at all. So we are.
I've been buttering his guzzle.
Thank you so much.
As the kids say.
Still
Yeah,
no
Proteus is
Henzi.
just running with
I think
four.
that is a dead headset, like you said.
Well, it's even now. 4-4.
Pounds gets Drad. Dawnsair gets Midge. Utility coming out. Rambo gets Dawnstar and Ring Monster and Street Villain. Just downs him. It's a 2v1 with just Gator Killer there for Roughnecks. They're gonna pick up Rambo moving in for the cap. And Pounds over by Yellow Room. Nicely done, Gator Killer. Wow, Gator Killer has really shown us something tonight.
Not even Gator Killer. Look at Dawnstar.
Yeah, I
You know what's crazy? I've never heard any of these names, and they are really showing me something new tonight.
I know I've seen Judge Drad around, but I'm not sure that I've really seen much of most of these guys. Judge Drad just has a very rememberable name. That's a terrible word. It's easy to remember Judge Drad's name. Dawnstar DB, I think, probably used to play for Down Brothers. That name also looks familiar. So, we've got a little bit of a slower push this time from Rico's Roughnecks. As Rambo gets a pick on Dawnstar on that aggressive push out over by C4, Center 4. Judge Drad pushing up towards Diamond with Gator Killer over to the right next to the tunnel. This is a dark alley OBJ, not a diamond OBJ. Gator Killer getting Ring Monster in the tunnel.
They do have an accurate kill count.
Got 4v3 for the Roughnecks, is that right? Judge Drad goes down to Rambo. Gator Killer gets the refrag on Rambo. 3v2. It's a 3v1, isn't it? Where's the 2? Is it Midge? Yeah, it's just Midge. Just Midge. Midge gonna trade out with Clumsy Rumsey, giving the 4th point to Rico's Roughnecks here on Cargo.
That's 2-2.
That's 2-2. No, they can't play 5th one. I have to go to the bathroom. I'm kidding. They can't play a fifth one though. I do need to. I mean, they can play a fifth one. I just can't keep casting it.
No, they're out. They're leaving.
Yeah, it does look like we're seeing some people leaving. But let's switch us back over to the scoreboard. That was a great scrim all around from both teams. A lot of exciting action, really fun to watch. We have been on for over an hour and a half though, so I think rather than doing any kind of analysis, because it's all muddled in my brain anyway, it's been such a fast-paced thing, I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap us up here. Well, I guess before I do anything, I should say, Chandler, is there anything you would like to say about what we saw tonight before we cut out?
No, it was a good showing. Rico, I'm talking to Peas in chat. Definitely has a good couple sharpshooters, and I'm excited to see a new team hop into the league. I know they're playing VRAO rules, but still, they really went out and showed their stripes. I mean, you know, a team high level like Proteus, obviously, like, aren't going to play their this is our spots, but they definitely have some plans in mind and want to try some new stuff. So definitely a fun thing to watch and end my night with.
Yeah. So a big tip of the hat to both teams. It was good action. Nobody got to run away with anything really there throughout the entire scrim, which, like I said earlier, good for us viewers, tough on the players. But so one more time, we're going to say thank you to RicosRoughnecks for coming out and playing. Thank you for Proteus for coming out and playing. Thank you to Chandler Sullivan sitting in the co-caster seat. I've been Bob the Gamer, and we'll catch you next time. Thank you all, and have a good night.